Hey, I'm PushieSix today. I'm in a D6T today, brand new one. Cutting a fence line up in the hills. This is an interesting dozer. Sure nice in here, got AC and everything, but other than that, it's got so much electronic controls, this old fart doesn't know how to run it all. Thing shifts itself, throttles up. I'm not sure. It has like shows first gear and then it shows like 1.5, 1.7. But I can set it so that when I back up, it backs up in a certain gear. When I go forward, it shifts into a certain gear. Been running it for a day, haven't figured everything out on it. I haven't read the book behind the seat. This is just a rental machine. They wanted me to bring my D9 up here and do this, and I just said, well, I didn't know how in the world I'd get it up here. It's pretty steep country. Just to get it on the lowboy and get it up in here would be a job. So I told them it'd probably be cheaper to rent a D6 and do a better job for what they were doing. So that's what they did. But they wanted me to run it. Anyway, it's a 220 horse dozer. It's got power. Anyway, it's kind of cool. The dash tells me what percent slope I'm climbing or going down, and then it gives me a percent slope side hill. I found out it won't climb an 83% grade. It'll get pretty close, but after 83%, it calls it quits. Anyway, I had a pretty nasty cut right here to climb, and it was so steep I couldn't get up to the top and push it down, so I had to push it uphill. This probably took me a couple hours to get this cut and then get up in here. So this morning they brought me in here on a UTV. He left, so I'm going to be here by myself for a while, but it's several miles back in here, and the only way you can get in here is a UTV. So this morning I am going to go straight up here, straight through the timber, and all the way to the top of the ridge. And then once I get to the top of the ridge, I've got to do a side hill across a pretty steep side hill. Anyway, that's going to be interesting. I'm a little worried about that. Picking things up and putting them down. They're still picking up rocks. They'd have probably loved to come up here. Okay, what do you think? I've got to cut a fence line across the side of that hill. If you can see that old fence, there's a stake with a flag on it. That's the property line. I got to cut it across and over and down and match in with that one on the other side of the hill there. It's quite a view. I thought I was going to be done today, but I just don't see how. If I got to cut across this thing, holy moly, that's going to be a job. Oh well. You can see over there, that's the other fence line I cut through there. That gets pretty nasty farther up in there. It's got a drop off on one side. It was pretty scary. Jeff's big adventure. I should have told him no. Alright, down the hill we go. I'll show you a picture under the hood on this thing. This is this machine has got DEF fluid, diesel exhaust fluid. I want to show you how clean these diesels are. Stick your hand in here and no black comes out. Absolutely nothing. Nothing on my hands. You can still see the galvanized in there. Show me a gas car you can even do that with. But this is the menagerie. This is the price you pay under the hood for all this crap. And I'll bet this is expensive stuff. Hang on to your butts. This is some pretty good dirt right here to start with, but she's turning rocky up here. I got boulders coming off the hill 900 miles an hour. There goes one. Holy cow. Wait, once they get going, you ain't stopping them. stop wiggling. It's a high drive.